Who needs a flip phone? This was the primary question that I had in my head the first time I took my hands to the Z Flip 5. Now, believe it or not, smartphones have recently gotten pretty bland and pretty boring because most of them look the same, feel the same, and honestly perform the same. Unless you're talking about foldables, because these are a new breed of smartphones. They're fresh, they're unique, and they bring something new to the table. And now you can actually get your hands on quite a few of them from different manufacturers. But Samsung has stuck to their tried and tested methods, and this is the fifth iteration of that, the Galaxy Z Flip 5. Let's find out more about it. Now see, I have already made an initial review of this phone that's up on the channel if you want to watch it, where we talk about the specifications, what's new in it, and how it differentiates itself from the previous generation, which was the Z Flip 4. So in today's review, let's not do that. Now, I have been using this phone as my daily driver for quite some time now, and I also recently returned from a trip to Vietnam where I had carried this as my primary device. So in today's video, I'll be talking about my experience and we'll see what there is to know about the Z Flip 5. Firstly, let's talk about the form factor. With any flip phone comes the ability to, well, flip it. The Z Flip 5 in this regard feels absolutely robust and very good to use. Thanks to the new hinge, it now folds flat, has no gap whatsoever, and whenever you open it and close it and just use it in any orientation, because of the flat aluminum sides and the new stronger hinge, this phone just feels a whole lot sturdy and premium, and it's not gonna give up on you, which is something that I really enjoyed while using this as my primary device. The outside display is now bigger and better, and there are a lot of new things that you can do with it. Now, whether you are simply checking the weather before starting your day in the morning or setting an alarm for your bedtime routine at night, this phone lets you do a lot of things on the covered display so that you can get through the minor things of your day from the covered display instead of opening up the phone and mindlessly start scrolling on a social media application. When you do decide to browse your IG Reels feed or through TikTok, however, the bigger display is not going to disappoint you at all. The foldable dynamic AMOLED 2X display is a pleasure to use with its fast and smooth 120Hz refresh rate. And of course, being a Samsung panel, content looks great on it. Whether it is HDR content or non-HDR content, you are set when it comes to viewing content on a phone with a display as gorgeous as the one on the Z Flip 5. This time around, the Z Flip 5 also comes with an official IPX8 water resistance rating, which means that you can dunk it in water up to 1.5 meters for as long as 30 minutes. So in case you want to take your phone on a swim and catch some underwater videos or use it while showering, you can if you have the fancy to do so. While daily driving this phone, the performance was also something that did not disappoint me at all. Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy does an incredibly good job, and you will not feel any lag whether you're doing high-end gaming or just watching content and using it as a professional productivity device. Lag is not something you face on the Z Flip 5. Another thing that I really like is that now these phones have started coming with 256GB of base storage, which is a good thing since you already get a little more storage to begin with compared to, let's say, a 128GB phone. The storage is also fast UFS 4.0 storage, which means that transferring big files, whether they are photos or videos, across devices or even inside the same device across different folders is gonna be very smooth and very easy to do. Now, on my trip, of course, one of the main things that I extensively used were the cameras on this phone, and I am happy to say that I can now confidently tell you guys what is it about the cameras on the Z Flip 5. The cameras on this phone are really good. No surprise to me, I was expecting a flagship level camera and I got one. Even though both the sensors are 12 megapixel sensors, whether it is the ultra wide pictures or the normal wide pictures, the photos were great. They were saturated and punchy and very classic Samsung look. The photos also had natural colors and they did not oversaturate it to a point where it stopped looking real, which is where Samsung finds its balance, which I think is really cool. And I really enjoyed shooting photos and videos with this phone. As far far as videos are concerned, there is OIS and you can shoot up to 4K 60, which is absolutely amazing. The 10 megapixel front camera did leave a little more to be desired, but hey, you have a flip phone, you're going to be using the primary sensor as your front camera with this massive display as a viewfinder, and trust me, once you go there, you can never go back to a low resolution normal front facing camera. The samples were absolutely amazing and I really truly enjoyed shooting with the Z Flip 5. Okay, let's talk about the battery life. Battery life was another thing that I was super excited and sort of curious, because a 3700 mAh battery on paper is not that big of a battery, but after I use this phone as my daily driver and I'm still using it, I can confidently say that you get easily almost a day or even more than a day if you're sort of lenient with your smartphone usage. On trips, we use our phones more, whether it is the camera and stuff, and even though I was constantly traveling and always using the phone, whether it's for translation purposes or it was for clicking photos and videos, the phone consistently gave me almost more than a day of usage, which makes me believe that for an average user on a normal day-to-day basis, you're gonna have up to 6 or even 7 hours of screen on time, which is absolutely fantastic, especially if you consider the size of the battery on this phone and of course the form factor of the phone itself. So, coming back to the question with which I started this review, who needs a flip phone? Well, I think I now know the answer. If you're somebody who wants portability and a smaller phone to carry around in your pocket, but you also potentially want a larger display to enjoy content on it better, if you don't want to sacrifice on looks, style statement, premiumness, great cameras, great display, and want the portability and the fact that you can brag to your friends that you use a flip phone and not a normal boring Android phone, the Z Flip 5 is for you. And for the price that it's available for, along with the bunch of bank offers and everything that you can get it for, let me tell you this much and you can take your decision for yourself. The Z Flip 5 is one of the most refined and polished flip phones that you can get in 2023. Samsung has gotten to a point where silent refinement is the name of the game, and the Z Flip 5 is the perfect example to that statement. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.